Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. So I hope you are all fine and safe. So as you know that our topic was going on accounting for trading organization, and we have a clear idea about trading organizations are those organizations which they purchase and sold the finished goods item. I mean, they don't manufacture the goods and services. They don't provide the services. They bought and sold. The bought and sold. They first buy the goods, the finished goods, and sold to the different buyers and different middlemen people. And accounting is an art of recording, classifying, summarizing, in which we interpret the result thereof, and we find the profit and loss and balance sheet, and these we prepare in the end the financial statements. So today our topic is inventory valuation, and it is have so many different types of inventory valuation by perpetual, periodic, gross profit method, and retail inventory method. So first of all, we are discussing the part one, that is called perpetual. We will do inventory valuation with the help of perpetual method. Okay, guys. So if we move forward, so for better understanding, we should know first of all what is inventory is. Inventory is anything which is available in different forms like raw material, goods in process, finished goods. But as I told you that we are learning the accounting for trading organizations. So trading organizations we will consider the inventory as a finished goods over here. And valuation is, what is valuation? Valuation is a process by which we find the value. We compute the value, we compute the amount, that what is the worth of the inventory. Inventory over here we will take as a finished goods item here. Okay, because we are learning the accounting for trading organization. Okay, guys, so for better understanding, I have a question for you people. So we will go step by step, and we will try to learn that how to record the inventory valuation and how to compute the inventory under perpetual method. So what we have to do, we have to prepare store ledger card or store ledger. Sometime we write LEDGER, sometime LEGR card. FIFO, with the help of FIFO, LIFO, and average method. So inventory valuation under perpetual system, we have three methods: first in first out, last in first out, and average cost method or average method. And also we have to prepare comparative cost sheet, because we are using different method, FIFO, LIFO, and average method. So we have to compare these three methods under perpetual system, that what is the different in these three methods, what are the difference in the value, what is the difference in amount, in terms of ending inventory, in terms of cost of goods sold. We will do the comparison in the end. After, we will calculate the FIFO, LIFO, and average method under perpetual system. So guys, this is the question. It's a month of July, and we have different dates here from July 1st to 30 July. We have balance brought down or brought forward. This is the balance from the last month, that is called June. So whatever the June ending balance is the July beginning balance. So that's why this brought down balance is came from June 30. It means that there are some goods, there are some units were unsold. So now it has been brought down in the next month. So it will become the beginning inventory, and sometime in British accounting we say opening stock, and in American accounting we say beginning inventory. So guys, these are same thing, but in a different synonyms, we can say interchangeable words. So basically it is considered the June ending stock or ending inventory, and the July beginning stock or beginning inventory. So it's mean, if someone asks you in the interview or in the viva or in the cross question, what is the ending units of, or what is the ending value of June regarding inventory? So you can say that 50 units, and you can say the unit price was 10 each. So when we multiply 15 to 10, it will be approximately 500 or exactly 500. So if someone asks you how much the quantity of inventory unsold last month, so this is the unsold inventory. So I hope you have a clear idea about. So beginning inventory is the last year unsold units. And on July 5th we purchased 30 units at the rate of 12 each. July 9 we purchased 60 units, 9 each. Then we sold 70 units. This is 18 each. This is the sale price and this is the cost price. Please do not confuse with this, because when we are purchasing we have to pay the cost. When we do selling, it's a sale price. Okay. Then we purchase again 40 units at each, 20 units 16 each. Then 30 July we sold 90 units at the rate of 19. So if we conclude, then if we summarize, then there are two sales has been done or have been done in July 13 and July 30. And how many times we purchased throughout the month? 4 times. July 5th, July 9, July 23 and 26. So guys, we are going to start how to prepare the store ledger card under FIFO, LIFO, average and comparative cost sheet. So also there are some requirements that compute the value or the amount of cost of ending inventory and cost of goods sold. So please, this is point to be noted here, that we are talking about the cost. We are talking about the cost here. We are talking about the cost of ending inventory. We are not talking about the selling price. So guys, take care about this. When we want to calculate the sales, we will take these values, 18 each and 16 each, the units we sold. So first of all, we are going to start the perpetual inventory method, and in perpetual, first of all, we are doing the FIFO. FIFO stands for first in, first out. We also can say first bought, first sold. First in, first out mean whatever we purchase first, we will sell it first. And LIFO, last in, first out, whatever we purchased last, we have to sold first. And in third one, we will just calculate the average method, and we calculate the averages, and then we will sold and we will find our cost of ending inventory and cost of goods sold. And in the end, then we will do compare about the comparative cost sheet. So guys, first in, first out mean whatever we will purchase first, we will sell it first. First in, first out. It's very crystal clear. First in, first out. It means whatever came in first, we will sell it first. And it's the opposite of LIFO. LIFO is the opposite of FIFO. And in this, we will do the average of, we will do the averaging of cost, then we'll find. So we have a data. So now we have to prepare the store ledger card. And how to prepare store ledger card, I just give you the idea. This is the date column. This is the description. This is the purchase, this is the sales, this is the balance. Okay, in some of the books, you will find something different name of these columns. So I must tell you here, don't worry about that, because the words can be changed, the name of these columns may be changed, but the concept remains same. For example, in some of the book, you open the inventory valuation and you will see over here, you will see the receipts. Receipt mean the receipt of goods. Whenever you purchase, it's understood that when you purchase, you receive the goods in your warehouse, in your store. Sales, you will see in some other books, you will see the word issue, because when you sold the goods, you issue the goods from the store or from the warehouse. And this is the balance, the difference between purchase and sales, how much the remaining stock or the remaining inventory will become in under the balance column or in the balance column. Okay guys, so first step is very simple. If you can see here, July 1st balance. So what we write? Balance. And how much the units? 50 units. You can see 50 units here. What is the price of 50? 10 each. 10 each. 50 into 10 is 500. Okay, this is the 3 main column. In 3 main column, there are 3 sub column. If you see, units, at the rate, total amount. So units is given to you, 50 units, 10 each is the each price of a unit, and 15 to 10 is 500. I hope you understand. Okay, why we did not write this in the under the in the column of purchase? Because we did not purchase, it's a balance brought down, so we will record in the balance column. Now on July 5th we purchased 30 units at 12 each. So very simple, 30 units you purchase, and what is the price of 30 units? 10, 12 each, and 12 3s are 36, so it will be 360. I hope you understand. So only you have to just copy the data and do multiply and then find the amount. 30 into 12 is 360. Please use your calculator. You can do directly by your mind, if you use your mind, which is not used by everyone sometime. Okay, so this is the balance brought down. This is the last inventory, and you purchase now, so you will keep it separate, because this is the last item you brought down from the last month, and you just purchase in this month this amount of purchase, so you will keep under the balance. It means this inventory is telling this is the last inventory before purchasing this inventory, so you will keep it separate, so we can identify which one is bought first. So which one is bought first? The 50 units at the rate of 10. And what we just bought it, 30 units at the rate of 12. So we will keep it separate, because we are doing FIFO, first in first out. So this is SLC, we are making a store ledger card under FIFO. So we have to keep it separate. Two types of inventory. One inventory is belong to the last month balance, and this inventory we just purchase it. Okay guys, so if you move forward, now you again purchase July 9, purchase 60 units at the rate of 9. Okay, then you purchase 60 units at the rate of 9. Then what you will do then you will copy these two inventory when you purchase last or when you brought down last, and now you purchase this inventory, you will keep it separate. So in this, on July 9 you have three types of inventory. If you see, the first type, your inventory belong to last month, that is called balance. This inventory you purchase on 5th July, and this inventory you just purchase on 9th July at the rate of 9. 6 9s are 54, and this will be 540. Guys, it's not difficult if you understand, if you try to understand, if you focus. So you have this in the inventory over here, and then you have this inventory you just purchase on 5th July, and you have this inventory you just copy. So there are three types of inventory, or three level of inventory you have here, because we are doing FIFO, so first in first out. So if someone asks you at this level, which inventory you bought first as per your date, so this is the last month, so this inventory means you bought first, and then 5th July, and then 9th July. So in FIFO, first in first out. So whenever we sold or whenever we sell, we will first sell this inventory, and then sell this inventory, and then sell this inventory. Okay guys, move ahead. Now July 13 sales 70 units at the rate of 18 each. We sold 70 units. Guys, this is very important to note it. 70 units. We have 50 units here, we have 30 units here, we have 60 units here. So we are doing FIFO. First of all, we will sell 50 units. Remember one thing, that we have to sell 70 units. But first we sell 50 units. Okay, another important thing that is very, very important. This is 18 each. This is the sale price. Guys, this is sale price. Sale price mean we sold the goods at this price. So what we are going to find? We are going to find, and where we are going to find, this is very important. We are not in the market, first of all, that we will calculate the sale price. No. We are here store. So storekeeper only know the cost price. So we will not consider the sale price 18 and the sale price 19 while making store ledger card. Also you can see here, compute the value of amount of cost of ending inventory. We are interested to find the cost and cost of goods sold, not the sale. So whatever and whenever we make store ledger card, we will take into consider the cost price. So guys, remember that on July 13 we are selling 70 units at the rate of 18 each. Okay, so which kind of inventory we have? We have kind 50, 30 and 60. Now, so first of all, okay, remember you have to see that how many units we are selling. 70 units. So we will sell 70 units. First of all, we will sell 50 units, because on the first level we have the last item, or the first item we bought the last month, that is 50. So 50 at what price? It is the cost price. We will not consider the sale price here. So you can see we have three level of inventory: the oldest one, then the newer one, and the newest one. So okay guys, as I told you that you have to remember 70 units we are selling. So first of all we will sell this. So 50 into 10, and we will record it. 50 into 10 is 500, and we have to sell 70 units. We have already sold 50 units. So how many remain? 20 units. So we will sell the 20 units from this inventory. So when we take 20 units from this inventory, so how much remaining? Only 10. Okay, will be no remaining inventory here on the first level. So 30 out of 30 we sold 20 units. So how much remaining, and how many remaining? 10 out at the rate of 12 and 120. And there will be no change in the last level of inventory, because we just bought it. So 60 multiplied by 9, that will be 540. If you have any problem in this, you can review again and rewind again. You can see how we calculate and how we record and how we prepare the inventory ledger card or store ledger card. Okay guys, so we have to sell 70 units. So first we sold how much? 50 units, and 70 out of 50, and the remaining is 20. So we will sell 20 units out of 30. So how many remain? 10 units at the price of 12 and 360. We did not get any change here. 60 will remain, 60 units will remain the same. Okay, purchase 23rd July, purchase 40 units, or we just copy 40 multiplied by 8 and this 320. So we just purchased 40 units at the rate of 8, and the total is 8 40s 48s 320. So first of all we will copy the last item, the remaining item 10, 12 and 120, and then 60 multiplied by 90, 540, and whatever we just purchased we will keep it here. So now again we have three level of inventory, or three kinds of inventory. This is the oldest one, this is the newer one, and this is the newest one. Okay guys, again we purchased 20 units. So we purchased 20 units at the rate of 16, and 20 multiplied by 16 is 320. So first of all we copy all three items here. Just copy, there is nothing in it. 10 into 12, 120, 69. Okay, and whatever we purchase we will keep it here. Now you can see we have four level of inventory. This is the oldest one, and then the second oldest, then third oldest, and this is the newest one. Okay, so we have, now what we are doing FIFO. So first of all we will sell this inventory, then this inventory, then this inventory. Now you can see how many units we are selling on 30th July. 90 units. Okay, sale price we will not consider, because we are here to discuss only the cost price. So we will take into consider the cost price. So if you see here, 90 units we have to sell. Now you have three levels of inventory, four kinds of inventory you have. Now you can see that. So first of all, okay, remember this thing that you have to sell 90 units. So over here, the oldest one you have only 10 units. So first of all you will sell 10 units at the rate of 12, because you will consider the cost price. Then you will sell the 60 units at a rate of 9, then 540. So how many units you have to sell? 90 units. So how much you sold? 10 and 60. How much? 70. Now you have to sell 20 units more. So this has gone, there will be nothing remaining. This has gone, there will be nothing remaining. Now you have these two level of, and you have to sell out of 60, you have to sell 20 units. So you will take it 20 units out of 40 at the rate of 8, and you will calculate your sale for this date. So total, if you see total 10 and 60, 70, 70 and 20, 90. Now you have to sell 90 units. 10 you take it from at a rate of 12 cost. 60 you have taken from the at the rate of 9, and there were 40 units, but you just pick it only 20 because you have to sell 90 units on 30th July. So if you see here, when you take it or pick it only 20 units, so how much remaining? 20 units, and there will be no change here, you will just copy it. So this is, guys, and at the end of 30th July you have 40 units, and the total cost of ending inventory is 480. How you calculate? 160 plus 320, this is 480, and 20 and 20, 40. If someone asks you how much the inventory you have in terms of units at the end of July, so you will say 40 units at the end of the July. And if someone asks you what is the amount of cost of ending inventory, so we will say that you have 480 rupees or 480 dollar, whatever in terms of currency in which you are dealing. So this is your cost of ending inventory. Okay guys, and this column normally shows the cost of goods sold because you sold the items at the cost price. So if you total them, this is your cost of goods sold, because you sold, but you sold not at the sale price, you sold at the cost price, because we take the data, we take the price at the cost. So if you total this column, you will see this is your cost of goods sold. Whatever the remaining inventory is your $480, this is the cost of ending inventory, and this is the cost of goods sold. And if someone asks you how much you purchase total, this is your total purchase. This, and how much you purchase. If someone asks you how much you purchase the units, 150. So now you can see very easily. How much you purchase units? 150 for this month. And how much you brought down from the last month? 50. So 50 and 150 is 200. And how much you sold? 200 minus 160. So how much remaining? 40 units at the end. I repeat, this is your total purchase in terms of units. 150 you purchased on July, in the month of July. This 50 units you brought down from the June. So 150 and 50 is 200. And how much you sold? How much units sold? 160. So 200 minus 160 is your ending units, that is 40. And what is the value of ending units as per the FIFO method? 480 under perpetual inventory system. So this is the requirement of amount of cost of ending inventory, this is the amount of cost of ending inventory, and this is the cost of goods sold. So guys, there are many ways. If you open different books, different author books, British, American, Pakistani, Canadian, so this ledger card may be different, design may be different. You will see over here receipt, you will see here issue, you will see store value or balance. So it has different design, different methods to calculate, but the concept we have to understand: first in, first out. Whatever the first in, we will sell it first out. Okay guys, in the next lecture we will discuss the LIFO. So see you again soon. Take care.